was good in parts. I thought defensively we had a much better. It's the first time with full scrimmage. You know, we've had some situational work and had a little bit of a half scrimmage. Whatever Saturday I think, and but still controlled. And I thought defensively they just had a really good energy today, and I thought they won the day. Good to see some guys just with a little different mindset than what I've seen in some of the past competitive situations. So that was very encouraging. The flip side of it, offensively, I just didn't think they had great energy today. I think some of them were already at Cabo or Cancun or whatever cruise boat they're going on. I think that was kind of the mindset of the offensive guys today. Sloppy, bad snaps, drops, fumbles, missed throws, penalties. Just a sloppy day offensively, which is not indicative of how they've practiced. It's been a really good 8 days leading up till today. But today I thought offensively they were way below average, and and give the defense some credit for that. I thought like I said, their energy, the offense didn't match it. It wasn't near as competitive as it should have been. Outside of, I thought the offense won the day on short yardage and they won the day in the red zone. But overall, just nowhere near what we've got to be able to do or what we're capable of doing and what we've done. Really most of the spring. So just a very, very average day on offense. And then we're not very consistent kicking field goals right now. We're just way too inconsistent. We can't be a 50% free throw shooter. We got to be a whole lot better than that. So still a work in progress in a lot of areas. And again, it's amazing when you get in the stadium how all of a sudden things can change a little bit. It's just a different deal when you get over here and kind of get out of everybody's way. But there were a lot of good things, some good things individually on both sides. But we looked like a pretty sloppy football team today. What
about individually? Who stood out on defense?
I thought first of all we worked DK over there today. We got a bunch of corners down, and we usually always take somebody and try to cross train them and get them ready. And man, he's done a great job. We just worked him over there Monday, and then today he got the scrimmage work and did a great job. Had a big interception and just competed, and did a really nice job. AJ had an interception. The biggest thing to me was watching our guys inside compete better. Rook, E.T., Darnell, Tyler Davis, just Xavier Kelly, just seeing that group compete better. We've they just looked more functional today. So I was just really encouraged with what I saw. KJ Henry made some nice plays. I thought Skowski stood out. He was a guy. Shaq made some really good plays. He's really made some improvement in taking advantage of his opportunity. And then there were some positives on the offensive side too. Lynn J continues to splash. I thought Feaster ran the ball well, and I thought Chase made a couple of nice plays, but overall, not a lot of highlights on the offensive side.
Is the plan for DK to kind of wrap that corner the rest of the spring, or what's
we'll see. Mario's out, Anthony's out, Dawkins is out, Kyler just came back today, so we've just been down a lot of guys, and so hopefully we'll get all those guys back after spring, and then we got more depth offensively, so it's just kind of giving us a nice luxury to really work him and just see how he does. So who knows? Anything could happen down the road, but he's really special with the ball in his hands. He's special. And Amari was out, he's back, so that allowed us to be able to use, because we got a bunch of wideouts that we can move around and do some stuff, and we just didn't have many bodies at corner. Although Denzel got a lot of work at corner too and did a nice job. He's another guy that's had a really good spring, and we've cross-trained him quite a bit. But he's just an interesting guy. But what I love about him is he don't care what he plays. He'll play quarterback. He'll play corner. He'll play linebacker. He'll play tailback. He just loves to play, and that's what I love about that guy. He is a relentless competitor, and it's been neat. It's been neat to see him. And I didn't really know what to expect today, but it didn't take long for him. He ain't tackled anybody in over a year, and right out of the gate, he gets off the block and makes a tackle for about a 1-yard gain, and he's just a natural football player, and that's what makes him special. But you know, it's definitely an option for us, depending on our depth and how things unfold at wide out and so forth. But regardless, he'll be a guy, no matter what, that I could see working some on both sides, you know, the rest of his career, regardless of what ends up being his so-called home. You know, right now his home is wide out, and we're training him up at DB. If that changes down the road, who knows? He'll still be a guy that would be in the mix. He's just too talented of a guy to not take advantage of his skill set.
What about the tight end group? How's it developing?
Just okay. JC has actually made some really good strides. I thought had a good day the other day. Had a nice short yardage play for us, and he and Braden are the most consistent as far as just mentally where they are. You know, Braden is, you know, he had a big drop out here today where he's just a little, you know, just taking his eye off the ball. He's got great hands, but just kind of just real fast for him right now, and he's just not finishing a couple of these plays. But he'll be fine. But those two guys are doing a good job as far as functionally what we need. They just got to get better at it. And then Jalen is swimming. He's got a lot to learn. But I love his effort, I love his demeanor, I love his skill set. Luke Price, that's been a good move for us, moving him over there, tough. He don't always look pretty, but he usually gets a pretty decent result. J.L. Banks is another guy that I think is a guy that could help us in some sort of role as well. And of course we got Davis coming in this summer, but it's been just a lot of coaching. Just a lot of coaching. That's a group that we got to make big strides between now and August 29th.
Offensively, were some of the issues protection or misassignments?
No, we actually protected pretty good. Protection was decent. We just bad snaps, penalties, holding, linemen downfield, fumbles, drops, missed throws. That sums it up.
With the pads on, how has Sean Pollard looked at center?
See, he's had a good spring. He didn't have a good day today because he snapped one. I mean, it was a bad. They weren't on the same page, and so Trevor wasn't ready for the snap, and balls, you know, flying by him. So just miscommunication. But he's actually been really good. He's been really good. He's a veteran player. He likes it. He likes kind of being the leader in there. He's natural at that. But he can play all three spots for us if we need him to. But it's been good. It's been good between him and Cervinka and Cade Stewart and Giella, getting all those guys really quality work at center. It's given us the type of depth that you need to have at that position.
Has Jeffries kind of responded?
He has. He has. He's up. I think he's gotten his weight. He's about 10 pounds heavier than he was, and he's right around 278 or so. But you know, he needs to be 285 plus. So he's got some work to do between now and August. But he's a very instinctive player, you know, and that's the thing that has been encouraging is he's competing. He's got a decent understanding of what he's supposed to do, and is pretty much in position. But he's just got to physically get better so he can be more productive for us.
Is Tyler Davis a guy at this point you see us being someone you can count on coming next in?
Oh, we got to count on him. There's no question. We got to count on all them guys. We ain't got nobody else. So they're whether they're ready or not, we got to count on them. So we got a long way to go. Like I told Todd the other day. I said, you know, he's getting ready to have twins, and I said, man, between them twins at home and all these babies you got, he's changing a lot of diapers. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're changing diapers every day with these guys. I mean, and we'll clean them up, put some baby powder on them. They look good for a little while, and they just mess all over themselves. And we got to change them again. So the goal is to get them potty trained between now and as a parent. One of the greatest days of our lives is the day your children are potty trained. Can I get an amen on that? Any parents? I mean, amen. I mean, it's like that's like one of the greatest days ever. And you know, it just takes. There's just a process you got to go through. You know, children don't just show up on this earth and know how to go to the bathroom. You know, and it's the same thing for a bunch of young D linemen. They don't just show up and know the system and know the technique and do it right. So we got some work to do, but we'll get them there. We'll get them there. Thank goodness we don't play this spring. That's all I can say. We got a long way to go, but that's why they call us coach. And you know, it's kind of similar. We had some similar things last year in some positions. More of a flip side of things, but the biggest thing is the effort's there, the want-to's there, and as long as we got that, we'll get better.
On a different note, has Nick Saban made good on the steak dinner?
He has. He has, and I'm gonna cash that thing in this weekend. So I've got to speak at a fundraiser in down in Lakeland, Florida, Friday night, and then we're going down to the beach. So I will be cashing that in. Sometime between, I don't know when Cass got us booked going over there, but I will be there sometime next week.
How do you eat your steak?
I'm a almost well, medium well plus. That may shock you being from Alabama, you know. Most people, we just warm it up and, you know, throw it on the plate, but I'm almost well. You know, definitely medium well plus, but I don't like I don't mind a little pink, but I don't like red. But I'm going fish. I'm going blackened grouper. And a twice-baked potato. Yes, and some lobster bisque. I'm going big. Yeah, he did. He wrote me a nice note, and so I look forward to cashing that in. Hopefully get a little dessert too.
Everybody come out healthy as far as you know?
I think so. You know, usually when Danny Poole doesn't come up to me in the middle of a scrimmage, that's usually a good thing. You know, he doesn't, you know, we get minor things all the time. I saw a couple guys limp off, but I don't think we had anything major or anything like that. So we've been really fortunate in that regard. Although we've had several guys out. Landon Zanders is out. We're down a bunch of DBs right now. So then it's just toes, ankles, you know, Dalk's got a strained knee. I mean, it's just a lot of little things.
Goodrich and McMurray, still out?
Yeah, they were out. Kyler was back today. Okay. He was back today. This is his first day back, but he's been out. He's been out for a while. So good to get them all back.
You talked about the kind of casual attitude on the offense. Was it evident from the start?
Yeah, right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. I mean, if I go out to the parking lot, they probably got cars packed, rooftop carriers, suntan lotion on the front dash. That's probably what happened. It was. They just going to show up out here and go through the motions, and they got exposed today, which is what happens on our practice field. That's why we've been a good team consistently, is because when you don't have the right mindset on this practice field, you get exposed, and that's what happened today. I thought we got out-competed offensively, and again, the flip side of that, defensively, I thought we did a nice job.
All right.
Thanks, Dabo.
All right.